solving equations with rational coefficients. And all this means is these are still one-step equations. It's just that there's a fraction or a decimal attached to the variable. And when you're dealing with decimals, I mean, you'll just go about those the same way. You'll just divide by the decimal that's there. But when you're dealing with fractions, we don't divide fractions. What we do is we multiply by the reciprocal. All right? It's very important that we recognize that. So we don't divide fractions. We multiply by the reciprocal. And I'm just going to copy and paste this on each problem that we're doing so that we remember. This is really important to remember, okay? That's not what we do. Alright. So, I look at this problem. I'm trying to solve for x. Okay, on this side, I'm also going to pull over my 5 steps for solving the equation. Pages. Sorry you gotta sit through me doing this. I need those as well. Alright, let's solve these 3 problems. Be fairly quick. Alright. So first, we don't divide fractions, we multiply by the reciprocal. So, this is a multiplication problem. 1/6 times x equals 4. So, when I'm using my 5 steps, first step is to distribute. I don't have to distribute. There's nothing to distribute. Second step is to combine. There's nothing on this side to combine. 1/6 and x, that's a multiplication problem. I can't do anything else with it. 4 is on this side of the equal sign all by itself. Can't do anything with that. Now it's time to rewind or do the reverse. You want to rewind or reverse away from your variable. So I need to get this 1/6 away from the x. This is multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is division. Bam! We don't divide fractions. We multiply by the reciprocal. Alright, so I am going to multiply by the reciprocal. Reciprocal means I flip this. The 6 goes in the numerator, 1 goes in the denominator. Point of using the reciprocal is because it makes, when you multiply reciprocals by each other, they equal 1. Okay? And that's my goal, is to cancel this out and make it equal 1. So I multiply this side by 6 over 1, and what I do to one side, I have to do to the other. 6 over 1. Okay? Cancel, 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 cancel. This whole thing equals 1, and 1 times x is x. There's my equal sign. 4 times 6 is 24. That's done. Okay? So I have an answer. I've solved. Now it's time to check. I take this 24 and plug it back into the original equation. 1/6 times 24. I'm hoping it equals 4. Okay, if you don't know how to work with fractions, I just multiply the top by this whole number. So 1 times 24 is 24. And 24 divided by 6 is 4. Okay, so it looks like this. And 24 divided by 6 is 4. Check. Alright, let's try the next one. Alright. my 5 steps for solving equations. Distribute, nothing to distribute. Combine, I have 5, 6 in over here. I can't combine that. There's nothing to combine over here. It's time to rewind or reverse. My goal is to solve for n. This is a multiplication problem. So the opposite of multiplication is division. Stop. We don't divide fractions. We multiply by the reciprocal. So the reciprocal means I flip this. This goes up here. This goes down here. So I'm going to multiply by 6 over 5. What I do to one side, I have to do to the other. 6 over 5. These cancel, and they equal 1, and 1 times n is n, equals, I do 15 times 6. Now, here's a trick. If you are comfortable with it, it's called cross-canceling. And all it is reducing across, okay? Because this number is going to end up here anyway. So what can I reduce this by? I can reduce it by 5. So 15 becomes 3. 5 becomes 1. I reduce both of these by 5. That means 5 divided by 5 is 1. 15 divided by 5 is 3. Now I can do my multiplication. 3 times 6 is 18. Alright. Make sure I'm right. I plug 18 back into the problem. 5, 6 times 18 equals 15. Okay, right here I can cross cancel, divide by 6. This will be 3. And 5 times 3 is 15. And I apologize. It's good to have a line like that on each one of these. Just to show that what step you're on. Alright. I'll do one more. Here we go. 2/3 D equals 14 over 15. Step 1 for solving my equations. I distribute. There's nothing to distribute. Combine. 2/3 D, nothing to combine over here. 14 15ths, nothing to combine over here. So I'm at the rewind stage, solving for D. This is a multiplication problem. The opposite of multiplication is division. Hold up. We don't divide fractions. We multiply by the reciprocal. The reciprocal of this means I bring this up, this down. So that means I'm going to multiply by 3 over 2. What I do to one side, I have to do to the other. If you're not comfortable with cross-canceling, I would work on that because even if you multiply this problem straight across, you still need to reduce. So you need to get strong and reduce the fractions. Okay, this cancels. This cancels. They equal 1. 1 times D is D. Equals 14 fifths times 2/3. Up 2 is divisible by 2. 14 is divisible by 2. So I'm going to cancel these. So 14 divided by 2 is 7. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Oh, here we go. 15 is divisible by 3. 3 is divisible by 3. So this is 1. This is 5. Alright. 7 times 1 is 1. 5 times 1. I'm sorry. 7 times 1 is 7. 5 times 1 is 5. So my answer is 7 fifths. Alright. Time to now solve. Now it's time to check. Let's see if my answer is right. I'm going to plug in 7 fifths in where I see a D. So 2/3 times 7 fifths. I'm trying to see if that equals 14 15ths. Alright. I cannot cross cancel, so I'm going straight across. 2 times 7 is 14. 3 times 5 is 15. So 14, 15, 14, 15. is true. I hope this helps. Please leave a comment. Let me know if you need, if you have any questions or there's something you still need support on. I'm happy to help. Thanks.